comes from because
I was thinking
there's no verbs.
about personality.
Yeah, that's the one. And
We should do a translation of that.
we did it.
On this book.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Number 2.
Okay, Lachanachado. Okay, page 2. Okay, so stan she var og salaba. Stan she stared or looked at, okay? And Aaron var og, and in Irish you look or watch on something. So stan she and var og, the young man, var is man, var og, young man, salaba in the bed, okay? So stan she var og salaba. Stan she var og salaba. Okay. Okay. Vi dot and wash eye. So his face was the color of death. First of all, the word for death is, you say the death in Irish, and boss. And boss is the death or death. Okay? And of death is unwash. Literally of the death in Irish. Unwash. Okay? And we did colors a little bit in the past. In Irish, colors are on something. So if you want to ask what color is something, you ask what color is on it. Ken da ata air. Ken da ata air. And if you want to say it's green, you would say there's a green color on it. Ta da gloss air. Or if it's, how would you say it's black? Ta da do air. Okay. Or how about if it's blue? Da gorum air. Okay. Or dot bon if it's white, or dot leah if it's gray. Okay. So you can say ta da whatever color air, and so that's where this expression comes. Ta da and wash air. There's a color of death on it. It is the color of death. Okay. So in this case, it was vi da and wash eye. Okay, and his face, I is face, I his face. How would you say her face? Ahai. So her sticks the H in front of vowels. Okay, how would you say my face? My. Okay. Or if you're commenting, you can say ta da and wash dai. You know, you have the color of death on your face. Kataharla, what happened? Katakyarla, what's wrong? Okay? So, vi dahan wash eye. Okay? Number 3. Huishi gojin inyog agus doskushi. So, huishi, she went, goji and inyog, to the window. Agus and doskushi, opened she it. And the windows are feminine in Irish, so for 2 things here. The window is an inyog, so it gets lenited after un because it's feminine. And also when you refer to it, you refer to it as she or e because it's feminine. Okay? So open she, it being the window. Okay, if she'd gone to the door, then you would say hui shi go jin doris agus dosko shi a because it's masculine. Okay? So hui shi go jin an inyog agus dosko shi e.
Hui shi go jin agus dosko shi e.
Okay. How do you say I went to the window and opened it? Okay, so hui me gojin inyog agus doskol me e. Okay? And number 4, dardishi nadalog. So she raised the blinds. Comes from the word ard, which means high, and the word ardi means to raise something. So in class, ardi dalog, raise your hand. Okay. The word for low is ishal, and the lower is ishli. Okay, so a lot of times Irish will make verbs by sticking the e onto another word. Okay.
Is it daloga?
Daloga, yeah.
Daloga.
Yeah. One of them is a dalog, and daloga is more than one blind, which only you get a single blind. So, all right. So dardishina daloga.
Dardishina daloga.
Okay. Number 5, lionu and shomra lusolas. So the room filled with light. The room is in shomra, solas is light. So filled, and The word lian means to fill something, okay? Linu is what's called the past tense of the free verb in Irish. It means it was filled or someone filled. So you can translate that either the room was filled with light or the room filled with light, or they filled the... Obviously it doesn't make sense to say they filled the room with light, but if it was a bucket, you could say they filled it with water, okay? So it's telling you what happened to it, but it doesn't tell you how it happened or who did it, okay? Linu and Shomer Lasolas. So Linu and Shomer Lasolas. Okay, and Linu is this past tense free verb it's called. It's kind of like the word for rogu, to say we were born, or togu was raised. Okay, they end in ADH, and the ADH is pronounced U. Okay, in this case. Okay, number 6. Chludi kolam ahuila agus ligshik nad ard chestawai. So Kolam covered his eyes. Chludi comes from it's related to the word kludach, which is a cover, or kludach litrach is an envelope. So Chludi covered, Kolam ahuila his eyes, agus ligshik nad, and he let out a groan, and in this case it's ard, which is a high. Keesta is tortured. Okay. Keesta. Why? Out of him or from him. So ligshik nad ard keesta. Why? Okay. So chludi kolam huila agus ligshik nad ard keesta. Why? Okay. Now what if Myra did it? How would you say Myra covered her eyes and lit out a... Okay, so Chludi, Myra, Asuila. Okay, so Ahuila is his eyes, Asuila is her eyes. Agus Ligshi Knad Ard Chesta Wahi. Wahi's from her. Okay. Wahi. It's from her.
Is that mad? What was that again?
That is a groan.
A groan.
So he is Shulish, she is...
So his eyes are Ahuila, and her eyes are Asuila. Okay, so this H here is because the A for his unites the following word. That's the way you can tell whether it's his or hers, is what happens. Okay? Kind of like we had the difference for his face was I, but her face was a hai. Okay? So the A that means his unites a consonant, so it changes S to H, and it doesn't do anything to a vowel. The A that means hers doesn't do anything to a consonant, but sticks an H in front of a vowel. Okay?
And how do you pronounce those again?
So, a huila, a I, a suila, a hai. Okay? You have a lot of these complementary patterns in Irish between his and her things. Okay? We tend to do opposite things in Irish. Okay? So, number 7. Dishli ben ivrolchain nadaloga rish. So, lowered, Dishli ben ivrolchain, Mrs. Obrolkan, nadaloga, the blinds, a rish again. Okay, so Dishli ben ivrolchain nadaloga rish. Okay. And then she asks, Kadta Karlat, and will to broiche a jirishi. So, Kadta Karlat is what's wrong with you. There's another.
Literally, what's wrong from you?
With you, it's actually
What
Latin.
was it with?
Yeah, and there was another way we had to ask what's wrong. Do you want to remember it? Huh? Yeah, Kadta Ort. Okay. What's on you? What's wrong? Kadta Ort. Okay. So there's a similar. Kyar means not right, something that's wrong. So kadta kyarlat, what's wrong with you, what's not right with you, or kadta or what's on you. Both kind of give the idea what's wrong. Okay? Will to broiche. Broiche is another word for sick. It's like teen. Will to broiche, are you sick? A jirishi, she asked. Okay? So that word that looks like it should be pronounced fiafri or giafri is pronounced jiri. Okay? Jiri. So you want to kind of learn that word. It's a word you would use a lot because it means asked. Okay? So a couple examples of that one. If you want to say, ask your father, firi jedahare. Okay, so literally it's ask from your father it. Okay? So you ask from people. Je. Okay? So ask from your father it. Okay? And if you want to say he asked his father, literally asked he from his father it. Jiri she da'ahare. Okay, and the da is a combination of je plus a.